What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I know you see the title, and it's been long awaited because, as you know, your boy recently had surgery. Yes, your boy, I didn't tore something, I didn't rupture my patella in my knee, and recently just had surgery a week ago. I'm on day 7. One thing I can say, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. As you can see, I'm sitting up. I'm able to sit up straight today, just because, it feels better. On my other videos, y'all see my videos from the previous days, so I'm kind of sideways like this, looking over, just because comfort and having to prop my leg up. But yeah, I know this video been long awaited. I had so many people ask me this once I announced that I did get injured and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a tough. So on this video, I'm gonna give you just an update on just my surgery, how everything went, how I'm doing, and just propose a question: is healthcare affordable in the U.S.? Is it? Is it not? Or I mean, just from the videos I've seen, it's ridiculous, and y'all might be blown away by the information I'm finna give y'all. Just from my experience, it's totally different, just from everybody. But hey, before we jump into this, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, because your boy's still doing reactions and stuff. So y'all continue to send me recommendations. But without further ado, let's jump into this, because got my handy dandy. I have my surgery packet right here. There ain't gonna be much I have to tell y'all about this, but I just thought I'd bring that to show y'all. I thought that'd be cool to just show y'all that, I did have surgery. Have a whole packet, got some cost in there and everything like that. But let's start from the beginning. In the beginning, I know I made a video already kind of explaining how I tore it and all that stuff. But yeah, in the beginning, just went out playing basketball with some friends, with people I know, and just went up, made a strong move, went up and pop. Heard a big pop, immediately went down. So, and I want y'all to know this too, like, I've had certain injuries and stuff like that, and this is a new experience for me because I'm actually self-employed. So if y'all didn't know, or I don't think I ever announced, but I do content creation full-time. So from the reactions I do on YouTube, I create content, Facebook, Instagram. That's why I tell y'all follow me on Instagram. So I do motivational, inspirational type of content as well. So first and foremost, my job is to create content. I went and took that on full time in the beginning of this year in January. I was like, hey, it's time for me to step out and really be able to do more. That's why I created the podcast. Y'all didn't know I have 3 books. I've written 3 books and plan on writing some more and different things like that. But yeah, of course, self-employed. My insurance was finished at my job, so being self-employed now, I have to either go search out my own insurance or just decide not to get insurance at all. And with mine, I was, I wasn't worried about, cause I'm like, I wasn't doing too much, so I kind of prolonged getting insurance and stuff like that. And because I believe here, when it comes to getting insurance, it's certain dates that you have to do that for the policy to start over. They start over every so many months, I believe. And I never did have the chance to, join even my wife's, her insurance or her job, or seek out my own. I did look, because I was doing Instacart, I was subbing and doing things like that. And with those different things, there was a way that Instacart gave me a way to use this app to where I could apply for insurance. But I was doing it, but I was like, what, let me wait, let me see first and stuff like that. But you can see I waited too long. Boom, fast forward, this month, end up getting hurt. So the whole process for me to go to the hospital, get treated, was without insurance. And guys, let me tell you, they attacked my pockets pretty well. Not just mine, my wife, we're together. So they attacked our pockets pretty well. But the first thing first, when I first got injured, I was at a basketball gym. I couldn't even move. I couldn't even get up. Like, nobody could move. I couldn't get up. I couldn't do nothing at all. I just laid on my back. They were like, should we pick you up or should we call the ambulance? Y'all already know how I feel and know the ambulance. I know the ride. I know the cost. Well, not the cost everywhere, but I know it costs. And guess what? I said, man, I can't even move. I can't get up. Y'all gonna have to call the ambulance just to get me out of here. Like, I just couldn't move. So boom, cost number one, had to get picked up by the ambulance. And of course, they haven't sent me their bills yet, but I know that's gonna be additional to what I'm telling y'all today. Second thing, on top of the ride, they give me IVs. I had to go get into one of the rooms, ER rooms, which I know costs. I was in there for like 5 hours, and they probably checked on me out of that 5 hours for like 20, 30 minutes, probably not even that. Just they took x-rays, that's another cost. And they just told me, hey, this is what it is. You displaced your knee. Your knee is not dislocated, but it's torn. You tore the tendon up in that thing. So I'm like, oh man, because I was like, dang it, like not again type of thing. Hoping that I didn't need surgery because I knew it was gonna cost. I said, I already know this hospital bill gonna cost, but I said for moving further on, it's gonna cost even more. So, but ended up, they had to first get my knee. My knee was like bent, so my knee is bent like this the whole time, and it just gradually, slowly but surely, in that 5 hours, just slid itself down. So they were able to get my leg straight. Well, I was able to get my leg straight. They didn't even help me do that. They was just looking at it. And my leg just went straight, and I finally was able to extend it. My knee went back to place because my knee popped into my thigh muscle. My knee went back to place, so they gave me this little knee brace, little splint that like keeps my knee straight. That's a cost. Then they were going to try to charge me for crutches. I didn't even take the crutches because I said I had some at home, which I did from previous times, but it was missing some, so I had to go buy my own crutches at like a CVS or pharmacy store or something like that, just because I knew it would be cheaper. So that's all the costs that I haven't even seen yet, but I know it's somewhere. It's somewhere, and they're just waiting to bill me and send me. I'm sure they're gonna mail it to me probably in the next couple of weeks or a month or so. Especially from the time it only been probably 2 weeks since the injury, since I've been there. So I'm sure they're getting that together, getting ready to send it to me. And this is the thing you gotta realize here in the States, you have to get everything insured. Like you getting health insurance, you gotta get dental insurance. People got insurance on their house, they got insurance on a car, got insurance on your phone. Like you got insurance everywhere, and all of these are separate. So when I propose the question, is healthcare affordable? It could be, depending on how much money you make. If you make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, that sounds good. But when you start tallying up, adding yourself, or if you have a wife or a husband, or depending on how many kids you have, a family plan, those things start adding up. So those start taking away from your monthly income as well. And to be honest, some of those things are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. Like I know certain insurance probably costs $500 or more a month just for a family plan. So now you got to think, even though I'm getting paid a good amount, but that $500, maybe somebody may get hurt, that takes away, because now you got health insurance that's $500. Probably got an additional $100 for dental for the whole family. So now you got between $500 to $1,200 taken out of your checks a month simply because getting coverage, getting insurance and stuff. So those are certain things that really got to take into consideration. And I was at home for like a week before I scheduled my doctor visit. Now we finna get to the nitty gritty. Now we finna get to the point where your boy did have to start spending some real dough out here. And my first doctor visit cost me $500. $500 just for him to tell me, come in there. He looked at, I guess the doctor got my x-ray from the ER. So he looked at me, came in, talked to me for like probably 2 to 5 minutes. Yeah, this is what you did. You're gonna need surgery. We're gonna get that scheduled. We're gonna get that scheduled Friday. That's what he told me. It was a Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, it was a Wednesday. He said, this is what you did. This is what happened. You're gonna have to get surgery. Cause I was like, is there a way I can go about this without surgery? He said, no, gonna have to get surgery. So I'm like, dang. So he was like, any questions? I was like, nope. That was it. $500 for him to tell me that I'm gonna need surgery, for the type of injury that I had. And that was crazy. That was crazy right there, simply because like I knew I was injured bad. And from what the ER told me, the doctor told me it was a whole totally different thing. Because I searched up what the doctors had put on my paper at the ER and versus what the orthopedic told me, it was two different things. At least what I was looking, because I thought I cracked my whole knee bone. I thought I cracked my knee bone, but really I just ruptured a tendon that I was gonna have to get surgery on. So that was the first purchase. That's $500. Y'all keep that in mind so far. Keep that in mind. So then, second thing, they call me back and tell me that, hey, we're gonna move the surgery to Thursday. So mind you, I went to the doctor Wednesday. Said, hey, you got to do all this. We got to get you we got to get you in surgery on Thursday. So I'm like, oh dang, had to do all this stuff. And I know here in Texas, and from a previous time that I got injured, you have to pay before they can even start your surgery. Like you have to pay at least half. So what the option that I had without having insurance was a hospital credit card. They have credit cards at the hospital for you to be able to basically put it on a credit card. And that's me and my wife both had to get one. Mind you, you have to get a credit card, which means you have to have good credit enough to be approved to get a certain amount. You have to be approved, right? So me and my wife, I went up to the hospital getting all this blood work done, COVID tested done, and all that stuff. Before I had to do all that, I had to pay. $500 for that visit for him to tell me. Then that same day, they gave me a bill on how much the surgery was. The surgery only cost $1,000. $1,000. So me and my wife like, okay, this is not bad. But in my mind, I'm like, wait, what do people come up with? Like, it being like thousands of dollars. $1,500 so far. $1,500. So we like, okay, that's not bad. I get up there. A lady calls to speak with me for the operation, them putting me in the anesthesia, the room, and all that stuff. Guys, total came out, and let me read this. Came out to $11,794. $11,000. And it said there were some charges that were $18,000, but the plan allowed $11,000, pretty much $12,000. Let's just go ahead and round that up. On top of the $1,500 that I already paid. And we had to pay at least almost $7,000. We had to pay $7,000 just for me to even get scheduled and get everything for me to be able to get the surgery, because we had to put half down. Like, that's ridiculous. And I've seen so many videos and seen people even talk about the fact that they had insurance and still had to come out of pocket so much money. So you looking at $1,500, $12,000. If we was around it, we close to $15,000. Not to mention, I still have a doctor visit next week that could potentially be $500. I still gotta get PT. I still gotta go to physical therapy, which it could probably cost depending on how many times I have to go. So these are additional charges. So if you ask the question, is it affordable? I mean, if you making 6 figures, 7 figures, you're probably not worried about this cost. This is probably minor. I mean, I'm sure you would rather keep this money, but I feel like if you're middle class, this hurts a lot. And I think that's why still a lot of middle class people are still struggling out here today, is because like they make good money, but those checks, they're shorter just because they have to pay for so much insurance. And which, if you're married, you probably, if your husband or wife, one of y'all have the best insurance, you probably will go with that plan. And it's like somebody got to take the shorter end, even though, like, say for instance, me and my wife made $50,000 a year. One of us going to end up, whoever have the better insurance to cover the family, one of us got to take the shorter end of the stick and pay all that money for insurance just to make sure we're covered. And I didn't even mention they gave me medicine. Yeah, my medicine was $35. So, but these are all the expenses that go into you know, getting surgery and healthcare. Like, I feel like just knowing that pretty much $13,000 to $15,000, and on top of that, there's people that have insurance and they're in more debt than that. They're in more debt than that. Like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I do different things. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, eventually, I might have. There's some more things I might have to do. Like, especially when I get back on my feet. Know I'm gonna have to do a lot more. Of course, slowly taking my time. But I know there's gonna be more that I'm gonna have to do. Just to bounce back from this. But like, just imagine the people that don't bounce back from this. Just imagine. Like I said, I do this full time, create content full time. I was down for a couple of days out the week where y'all see me. I haven't been posting so much because I've been in pain. Been in pain most days. I'm getting better. It is getting better day by day. It's getting better. It's getting real better. But just think about the people, and I'm sure y'all seen Biden. He passed that he is gonna forgive 10,000 the student loans and 20,000 if you receive Pell Grants. Like, if we can do that, like, school and healthcare are two things that should be free. If somebody want to pay for dental, I feel like they should and all that. But like, even like, why isn't dental? I feel like dental should be included in health. I feel like it should be. Dental should be included in health. If I were to go to the ER for a messed up mouth or something, when you send me to a dentist, that's all I'm saying. But just think, if these things, I feel like these are two, like, student debt, health insurance, two main things that can make a huge change in our society here in the States, just because they're needed. They are needed. And like I said, you just never know. Life happens. I didn't plan this injury. I didn't expect it. Like, I was working out, taking care of my body, doing everything I needed to do, but life happened. But like I said, gotta keep a positive attitude with it. But from all the videos I've seen, I can attest to it. It is real. It is real. And this is my process with no insurance. So, of course, now, in my mind, I'm thinking, I definitely got to get some insurance just in case. Just in case. Which, like I said, I just started being full-time self-employed. So, I didn't know how to go about when it came to getting insurance for myself. I guess it would be third party or something. Getting insurance without a job and stuff. Because another thing, like, we pay for life insurance. We have life insurance. And that's almost $200 a month. So, like, all these things start adding up to the point it takes away from what you can and want to afford in this life. So, but yeah, man, this is what it was, up to 15K. That's a lot. I know in one point in life, I would probably be making 15K a month, but I didn't think I'd have to spend that on getting better, especially learning to walk again. So, but it is what it is. That's how it is. But y'all let me know if y'all have any more questions. Like I said, I'm doing better, but yeah, these prices are real. They're ridiculous. They're crazy, but this is America. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send out those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.